Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the day. Welcome to the day. Welcome to the Be Your Own Hero show. I'm your host. I'm Sacred Rights, and I'm here. I'm here, and I'm shouting, out, giving out. I'm giving out love to the the. Well, shoot, just like that. I forgot the name of thing that I've been given. That I've been given. I'll preface you all the time. The Guinness World Record. The Guinness World Record. Guinness World Records. I don't know how that happened. So anyway, I am Sekou. I am an author. I'm an author. Let me show my book. Get that out the way. Get that out the way so you can be gifted to buy my book. Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. If you're going through any pain, this will help you get past your pain. I promise you. Hack Your Pain Now. All right. So yeah, check it out. Check it out. All right. And so that's all we got for today. I'm going to do my run streak first before I do money today because my run streak did not happen. It did not happen today. It did not happen today. So I want to think about that for a second because I ran from my doctor's office. I had an appointment yesterday. I ran from that doctor's office home. And so that's about, well, I'm at 42nd and then 42nd. Wait a minute. I was at no. Shoot, I can't remember what street that was on. Well, it was a long way. It was a long way. First time I looked at the street lights, it was 70, about 70. So it took me a while to get back. Anyway, my point is, I felt a little tired yesterday, and then today I felt even more tired. And so I got to watch that because I got the marathon coming right up. And as long as I can get through it on the day of, I support it. I support it. But I did not do my run streak today. I will do it later in the day because I got to maintain my run streak. All right, so got out of the way. Let's get to money. Let's get to money. So let's start with the affirmations. Well, the one affirmation. I'm so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Sorry, I stumbled a bit there. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right. Today's money is a continuation of yesterday's money because I told you one of my friends showed me her what am I calling it? Her screenshot of the Google app and how much of a difference that made in terms of what she okay. It made a difference in terms of how she was viewing her Cash App because she wasn't thinking about her Cash App in that sense. She was doing her Cash App, using it religiously, sending people money, getting people to pay for things, all that. But she hadn't clicked over on the button that says, hey, what's going on with my stocks? And so I asked her, this was in response to me asking her, what's going on with your stocks? And then she went and she looked and she's like, $48? What? And that's how it started, right? She's like, oh wow, I got this money. What do I do? What am I supposed to do with this money? And I said, don't do anything with it. Just keep building, keep building. And so what happened to her is what happened to me. Now, for me, it happened a little earlier than it happened for her, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that it happens for you. So what happened is she looked and she's like, What, $48? Like it's almost $50, right? So let's call it $50. So you look in your account and you see $50, like, woo, that's a decent amount of money. That is a decent amount of money. It is a decent amount of money. So she made the connection. Okay, the more money I put in, the more money I get out. Huh. Let me put some more money in. And so she put some more money in. She has dedicated. I mean, she told me today that she dedicated $10 per week, per week, per week. I was like, wow, that's strong. So that's $40 a month, $10 a week, $40 a month. And it's a matter of how much you want to go in, right? But to go in that strongly says a lot. That says a lot. So $40 a month is going to add up quickly. It's going to add up quickly. And again, you set it to the side and forget about it, and do your other things that you do use your Cash App for, sending people money, getting people money, all that. But you're getting that the fact that that money is working always. It doesn't take any breaks. It doesn't take any breaks. So for me, I was in a stroke and I was in the hospital, and eventually, I discovered my stocks. I say eventually with emphasis like that because I forgot that I had stocks. I forgot that I had stocks, right? And so it took me a while before I rediscovered it. Then it took me a while to rediscover my own password because that was that was tight. That was tight. And so and then realize what had happened. And all of them had done so much more than when when I fell into hospitalization, when I fell into not knowing what things were. And so uh something just happened for me. Just happened for me. I remember this strange thing that happened in the hospital. I remember I was coming out of the hospital and I had my wristband. I still have it on, right? Still have it on. And I was trying to get out of the hospital, and they wouldn't let me out of the hospital because they were like, "No, sir, you still have the tag on." I was like, "No, no, no, I have the tag on by my choice, by my choice, but I'm not, I'm not kept here anymore." That's interesting that happened right then. I don't know why that occurred for me right then, but that's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah, and I walked out. Anyway, that was Nashville, um, Nashville Nashville Hospital. Anyway, Ashe. Okay, so back to the money. Back to the money. So I forgot where I was now, but mm, well, I don't know. I don't know. I hope that was enough. I hope that was enough. Anyway, what I was saying is that you've got to give your money over. You've got to reach the point at which you realize that the more you give to yourself, the more you pay yourself, the more you pay yourself first, the more you receive, right? The more you pay yourself first, the more you receive. And this reminds me of the the um, Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab. It says, "Own your tomorrow." Own your tomorrow. When you log in, it says own your tomorrow. It's a really brief flash, but it says own your tomorrow. Yes, own your tomorrow. So you've got you've got $50 that you've gotten from Google stock, and you've had it set aside there. You've been doing other things on Cash App. You've been completely unaware. Now all of a sudden you're aware, yeah, whoa, $50? And now you want to build that. Now you're going to start giving more money to the account via automatic payments. She's doing hers automatically. She set it up automatically. $10 every week. Boom, boom, boom. And then what's going to happen is she's going to leave it alone. She's going to leave it alone and let that stock build. And it's like this. It's like two towers, right? So when you build your money, the other money starts to build. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can get straight. Your money starts building, right? You're putting money into the system. And then very slowly, another stream of income starts to grow, right? And the more you grow, the big money, the more this one grows. And so once you see how much is growing, you're going to put more money in so you can make more money, put more money in, make more money, put more money in, make more money. And that's how it goes. And that money is available to you. And so what you're doing is you're using that money for yourself, for your tomorrow, because you can't use that money today, but you see that you got $50 now. You see where it's going to be when you got $50 now. You put the money in and keep putting money in. You're going to have some money set aside. Right? So what you're doing now is putting aside money for your future self. Huh? Yeah. You're putting aside for your future self. That's a great gift. That's a great gift. Because it makes a difference of, well, what am I going to do once I get there? Well, I'll have my stock. I have my stocks available. And that's a different reaction, because when you don't have your stocks presenting this I don't know what to call it, but this I don't know what to call it. This area is not quite the right word, but you get me. You're putting aside this area where you know that you can be safe in the future. And when have you ever felt that? When have you ever felt that? Felt like you can be safe in the future, right? Because the more you put aside, the more it grows. The two towers, right? The more you put aside for yourself, the more it will grow. And remember that if you ever need to, you can take the money out. I would not recommend it. But if you ever need to, you can take the money out, right? So yeah, this is real stuff. This is real stuff. Own your tomorrow. So especially for folks like me, RC folks who are always trying to figure out how to get things going. I'm trying to get this going, and then I'm gonna do this thing, and it's gonna make lots of money. Yeah, but in the meantime, I'm paying myself first. I'm paying myself first so that it will grow. It will grow. And so in the future, I will have money set aside by me, for me, ready in the future. Oh, that was nice. Hope I remember that. Yeah, so that's nice. All right, so that's the money talk. So let's check our messages and then get on over to some hero news. All right. Fee King is choosing all the people of where to go. And she's saying, we get you, we understand. All right. So now let's talk about the hero news. So the hero news, I was talking to you yesterday about this picture that I was sending the nonprofit Back on My Feet. They do lots of things for the unhoused. They do amazing things. They teach them how to run, and how running helps clear a way to rework their mind. And so that's very important. And I was thinking about a picture that's in them. And I was thinking, oh, make sure it's got the hero hoodie, make sure it's got this, make sure it's got that. I still haven't read her whole article. I still haven't read it. I still haven't read it, y'all. But just in what I've ingested from the article thus far, I was like, yo, so much has happened since the beginning. So much has happened since the beginning, including me knowing that the type of stroke that I had was lethal. Was lethal. Like the doctor here was surprised that I made it. He's like, "Wow, you took that kind of stroke on," and that I've got multiple strokes. I've had at least two strokes, based on what they can see of my MRI. And so all these things give me a concern to give a different kind of picture. And so I went and I found this picture. And this is it. This was my first picture. My very first picture. My very first picture. Yeah, and so I'm going to use this picture. I'm going to use this picture because it shows how far I've come even then. Even then, right? And you notice that the pillow on my right hand side is stuffed. It's stuffed right there. That's because my right arm wasn't working at all. At all. And I was just trying to stuff the area with pillows. And I don't even know why, but I think I was trying to hide my arm, give myself something to do. But that's how I was reacting to the pain and make it do something. And obviously, you can tell that I recognize that my picture is being taken, but I couldn't speak at this point. I just saw that someone was taking a picture. And I was like, "Oh wow, he knows he's taking a picture." Like, yeah, I know I'm taking a picture, but I wasn't able to communicate. I would say things and it would just come out garbled. So anyway, I don't want to go too far down that road, but it's interesting how far I've come. How far I've come. So this is my new picture. This is my new picture that represents how far I've come. How far I've come. I've run 290. I've run 290 days. 290 days, y'all. I mean, let me make myself big again. let me make myself big. Yeah. I mean, I've run for 290 days. That's incredible. That's incredible. I'm not running as fast as I was before. I'm not running as consistently as I was before. I'm not running as far as I was before. But I'm running post stroke. You know what I'm saying? And I'm running. I'm doing it. And so just realizing that really put me in a different frame of mind in terms of the photo. So this is the photo I'm giving them. And this is the photo I want them to use. And yeah. And this is the part that I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating how far I've made it from here. From here. Ashe. Ashe. Oh, look at P King. P King is saying, "This photo makes me both sad and grateful. You look so innocent." Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know. Let me just say this for 1 second. I didn't know what had happened at this point. At this point, when I'm taking this picture, I didn't know what had happened. I didn't understand what was happening. And the subsequent pictures of me, you'll see me being like, what's going on? Because I recognized that something had happened by then. Not here, but by then I recognized something was going on. And yeah, I was trying to figure it out. I was just trying to figure it out. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything at this point. but this was the very first picture that someone took of me. Yeah, Ashe. And wherever I'm listening, wow, pictures are wonderful. Healing light. Yeah. 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 It took me a while to find this photo too. It took me a while to find this photo. And I finally found it. I was like, oh man. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Ashe. Ashe. So what I'm saying is that with all of my intention around the the marathon and against world records is shifting to look how far I've made it. Look how far I've come. Look how far I've come because I know so much more now. I know that it was it was a second funeral, a, a second stroke. I went through two strokes. I went through one that was considered fatal. That all these things that I've passed through, all these things I passed through, I've made it. And so what I'm doing is I'm changing the atmosphere. Like the atmosphere before was fine, but it was like, hey, help me win this award. Like, no. The new way I'm talking about this is look how far I've made it. Look how far I've made it. And help other people realize they can make it. That they can make it too. That they can make it too. Ashe, because in this hospital room was a room where there was a wheelchair, and I was like, I didn't even know my name yet. I know who I was yet, but I just knew that I didn't want that wheelchair. I just knew I didn't want that wheelchair, and I took all the leads off of myself. I took all the leads off of myself every night. Every night, take all the leads off, and I get up and walk to the restroom. And used to piss the nurses off. They'll be so mad, and they would fuss at everyone that came to see me and try to trying to get them to stop. But I was like, I kept looking at that wheelchair. I was like, no, I can't wait. I can't wait until someone tells me what's happening. I can't wait till someone tells me what happened. I got to move because I see that wheelchair there, and I don't want them to prescribe me to that wheelchair. Yeah. All right. I got myself all up on something now. I got myself up on something now. My feelings are in my throat a little bit. Excuse me. Amen. Yes, Bobby. Thank you. You look like you're ready to fight. I was ready to fight. I was ready to fight that wheelchair. Because the wheelchair was just to the left of that person. Whoever took the picture, it was just, the wheelchair was over in that way, that like, it was in that direction where I'm looking. And I was looking at that wheelchair. I was like, no, I don't know who I am, but I'm not getting in that wheelchair. I'm not getting in the wheelchair. I didn't know who I was, though. I didn't know who my name was. I didn't know who I was. I don't know if I was emphasized that before yet, but I didn't know who I was. Think about that. I didn't know who I was. And all I could carry was I didn't want to get in that wheelchair. I didn't want to get in that wheelchair. Okay. Thanks for having Melissa, for being inspired by me. And I'm glad that the that the article reached me yesterday or the day before, because it reached me exactly the right time. Exactly the right time. Exactly the right time. Because I was moving in a completely different direction for the marathon. a completely different way for the Guinness World Records, in a completely different way. And I don't know if I ever would have moved this way, but this is the way I'm moving now. This is the way I'm moving now, and I'm going to win. I'm going to win this this Guinness World Record because so many people need to see me. They need to see me. They need to know that they can survive. They can survive. That they can survive all of it. That they can not only not be subscribed to a wheelchair, but they can be out here running every day. Running every day. All right. Okay. Thank you, Rev Mel. You know that wheelchair is not for you. They got the wrong that wheelchair. Yes. Don't get me started on the cane. Don't even get me started on the cane because they had the cane after the wheelchair. They put the cane in there. I was like, All right, so I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't expect to get emotional, but let me just say you one quick story, and then we'll close out. When they transferred me from one facility to another, when they transferred me, I saw the cane in a new space, and I was using the cane. But every time I'd use it, I would set it further away from the bed. And so there's one time a new person came in, and he's like, "Where's your cane?" And I was like, "I don't have one." I mean, I couldn't articulate that well. I couldn't speak, but I was like, you know. And I had left the cane in the bathroom on purpose that time. And so he took me out on my rounds, and they were hard. They were hard to do without a cane. I mean, they were hard. And then the next assistant that came in, she also asked me where my cane was, and I was like, And she took me out, and she gave me the business, yo. She made me walk the whole floor with no cane. I was like, oh my God. It hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. I remember I made it to my door, and I staggered against the door, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. And she was like, come on, you can do it. I was like, And I got to the bed, and that was it. I just fell on my bed, and I couldn't move for the rest of the night. I was so tired, but I made it. But I made it that one time, and once I made it that one time mentally, I was like, I knew I could make it again. So all you all who have been asking about the marathon, I know I can make it. I know I can make it because I made it, and I know how to manage myself so that I won't go as hard as I did last time, but I'm still gonna make it. All right, Ashe. All right, y'all. Sorry about the I got all choked up, but thanks for hanging in there with me. So please remember that that now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. This never would have happened if I hadn't reached out there and tried. This whole episode wouldn't have happened. Ashe. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Later.